Hey man, do you have a home studio that's feeling a little bit too much like home and a little too little like a studio? Well, these are some tips to make your home or project studio feel a whole lot more professional. What's up, audio engineers and producers? I am Wavy Wayne from Wavy.wav. This channel is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. Today's video is gonna really go over some basic principles of how to make a home or project studio just feel more professional, more inviting to clients. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing that you can do to make your space feel more professional and inviting is to clean it up. Okay, nobody wants to come to your studio or your home and it's a mess, right? So having your spaces clean and neat and organized, like literally clean up, wipe stuff down. If they have to walk through your living room to get through to the studio, the living room needs to be clean. The whole experience needs to be a clean experience to where they can feel comfortable sitting on that couch, man. Who knows what be happening on people's couches? And at least we don't want any visual representation of that. So that if there's any stains or anything anywhere on the floor or something like that, clean it up. Make sure the bathroom is clean and presentable, right? Nobody wants to go, literally, the way your bathroom looks is how the mix is gonna sound. So if the bathroom is a mess, then you probably not gonna be, I can't trust you to give me a good mix, okay? If I can't even trust you to clean up your bathroom in the studio. So keep that in mind and take those notes there to first thing first. If you want your studio to feel more professional, clean it up. When you walk into a professional studio, you don't see stuff everywhere. You don't see personal items, right? So any personal items should be out of there, out of the studio environment, okay, as much as possible. The next thing that I'm gonna go over in order to make your home studio or project studio feel more professional is to declutter. Like, get rid of junk that just don't belong. So many times we just got, all this different gear and pedals and instruments that are personal to us. Take anything out of the studio that's not going to be conducive to that actual session. Find a storage place to where you can actually just store stuff, maybe in a closet that we can't see, because clutter can be distracting. If there's a bunch of magazines on the table, or you got 4 or 5 different instruments just laying around, you got a shaker sitting on the table and a triangle and a cowbell and a guitar back here, that can really distract the artist from focusing on their tasks and what they came to do. So get any clutter out of the way, right? And really allow for the space to be focused on whatever the client has in mind. So clean it up and declutter are gonna be two really keys to making your studio feel more professional. Cable organization is another key factor in a professional studio versus a, amateur studio. Amateur studios just have cables balled up, thrown to the side, in home studios, they just laying wherever. Professionals practice cable management and organize their cables. So organize your cables as much as possible. And that means the cables that are coming from your speakers or running through your desk or your power cables, you want to try to get those out of sight as much as possible. And if they have to be in sight, you want them to be neatly laid in a way and also out of the way to where they're not causing a trip hazard. And any other cables that you might want to have in the room, make sure they're properly wrapped, right? Don't just wrap them up or bundle them up or whatever it is that y'all be doing with these cables. Practice organizing your cables, and that's just gonna make your studio feel more inviting. When I don't walk in and see a nest of cables, right? I don't want to see a cable mess. So get that cable mess out, and it's going to make your space feel more inviting. And again, this is also just going to help you as an engineer to declutter your mind. You working in a clean space, an organized, decluttered space. Now your thoughts can be so much more clearer and help you to reach your client's goals and your goals a lot easier. The next tip that I'm going to give y'all is to maintain your gear. Don't just be having some old broken up pieces of gear that nobody cares about. You got knobs that are broken and faders that don't work or whatever it is. Maintain your gear. if your client is in there and every other thing that they asking for, like, oh, no, that don't really work, or no, this don't work, oh, no, we got to do it this way because of that, right? Maintain your gear. This is going to not only help you to appear more professional, but it's going to help you to be more efficient in your workflow if your gear is working properly. So whatever maintenance is required, whether that's, changing out tubes on a microphone or a compressor, or just dusting off of, some piece of gear, updating your computer, making sure your drives are working appropriately, right? Maintain your gear, make sure the knobs are on there. If a knob fell off and you lost it, order another knob. A lot of places they got replacement knobs, okay? If your headphones that the clients need to be using, if they start, some of those headphones, they start peeling and falling apart, throw those in the trash and get you a pair of Wavy 1 studio headphones that's not gonna do that, for one, all right? But maintaining your gear is gonna go a long way in making your space feel a lot more professional. All right, now this next one, I know y'all not gonna hear, you're not gonna like to hear, because it's gonna require that you spend a little bit of money, man, all right? And that's gonna be to actually get a real studio desk. Yes, you can have a home studio. Yes, you can have a project studio, and it's fine if you, have been working on a little fold-up table for a while. But if you really want to give a professional feel to your home or project studio, get a professional studio desk. Now, I love my Argosy desk. It's just been a dream. My Argosy console has been a dream to work with. The ergonomics are there, and it just looks like a spaceship when the clients walk in. Now, looks ain't everything, but trust me, it's really going to set apart not only in the way that your studio looks, but the way that it functions, and also the sound, by just having a desk that's built for production, for music production and recording. So get rid of that dresser, get your studio off of the dresser, off of the vanity, off that fold-up table, invest in a real high-quality studio desk, and it's gonna up your game a lot. The next thing is gonna be to fix your acoustics, man. If you wanna give a professional appearance, a professional feel to your studio, have some professional acoustics. Now, I've talked to y'all before, I've had videos to where I explain how to build professional acoustic panels. Now, those little egg crates on the wall, that's not a good idea. That's in there, that little foam that you get off Wish, terrible, okay? If it looks raggedy and cheap, man, it's gonna give a feeling of that it's not quality, right? And if your studio environment is not quality, the customer inside of them, they're gonna feel that the product that you're giving off is not quality. If you're giving off a home studio vibe, then you're gonna be only able to charge home studio rates, right? And create home studio style projects. But if you take your home studio and you turn it into a real professional studio that just happens to be in your home, now you're able to create professional projects, and give off this whole other aura, okay? So invest in some professional acoustic treatment, and not only is it gonna help your room to sound better, it's gonna look better, and you'll be able to perform better, and that's better. So the next thing that I'll talk about is gonna be a power conditioner. Now, when we are working in home studios, we often just plug our gear up into the wall, right? And the problem with that is that sometimes you may have noisy circuits, right? If you got ACs and fans, or you just got dirty power, right? I just want clean power. So using like a Furman power conditioner, they're actually pretty affordable too. You can get them like Guitar Center and Sweetwater or whatever. You can go and grab a power conditioner, and what this will do is not only protect your equipment from power surges and things like that, but it will also make sure that you have a steady supply of voltage and clean voltage going to your gear. That's so important to not just be plugging in to the wall sockets, because those sockets aren't designed for that. Those outlets are not designed to give you a steady, clean source of energy. Most consumer applications in your home or apartment, they don't give a damn about your power being a little bit noisy or being a little bit inconsistent, right? But us as professionals, we can't afford inconsistent power to our equipment. For one, it could damage the equipment. It could add unnecessary noise to our signal. So clean, condition your power, okay? get a power conditioner. This last tip is purely cosmetic, but I think that it makes such a huge difference in the studio, and that's to have some cool ambient lighting, right? Maybe have a lights on a dimmer switch or something like that, man. Nothing is worse than some big old bright fluorescent tube lights and you trying to get in a creative vibe. Be able to dim those lights. Be able to add a spark of color with the lights, maybe like a nano leaf, or just grab one of those smart light bulbs that can change colors, kind of like what I'm using over here in the background that you see, the blue light, okay? Now, the lighting creates a vibe, is going to give you a more professional vibe, and by being able to dim those lights, you actually are able to hide some of the imperfections that may be present in your space. So you dim the light and you just got this nice mood lighting. Yes, it serves a double purpose, not only creating that vibe, but also, you know, hiding some things that you might not want your clients to see. Please share this with your artist friends. If you're an engineer, share this with your clients, and let's make our home and project studios a whole lot better, a whole lot more professional feeling by just taking some of this professional advice. I'm Wavy Wayne from Wavy.wav.com. If you'd like to learn more about how to record and mix better and faster, visit my website, Wavy.wav.com. Y'all be dope.